Let's start our last section, that is hormones. Okay, so in hormones, uh, you know, uh, you have heard so many times there are hormonal changes when someone got angry, or there are some behavioral issues. Even then, or there is a danger, there are secretion of hormones, means there are so many activities which are controlled by hormones only. So it is very important topic. So hormones, they are secreted by endocrine gland. So first and foremost, uh, importance of hormone is, or we can say in CBSE or in competitive exam, it can be asked, it is produced by which gland? So it is endocrine gland. And what are endocrine glands? Means which releases hormones, and these hormones are directly pass into the blood stream so that it can flow throughout the body. It can move throughout the body. That's why they are called endocrine glands. Endo means inside. Exo means outside. So exogland means which transfer one organ to another. Hormones which secreted from one organ to the another, they are exocrine glands. And but hormones are secreted or produced by endocrine glands. And the name, or it is derived from a Greek word which means hormocin. And these hormones have low molecular mass, therefore they can be easily diffusible, and therefore they can affect biological activities. All the biological processes, they are controlled, they are affected by the hormones. So that's why hormone balance is very important. So hormones are normally derived from amino acids, even peptides or proteins, and steroids. You know, steroids. So many times you have heard this, steroids. So the mode of action of enzymes and hormones is almost similar. They behave in a similar way. Their action is almost similar. And see, hormones are produced in a very small amounts, and they regulate vital body functions. And hormones, they are molecules that act as intercellular messengers. So from cell to cell, they transfer the message. And that we have discussed just now. They are produced by endocrine glands in the body and are released directly into the bloodstream. So if question is, what do you mean by hormones? And there are definitions. So definition is, these are the chemicals, these are the compounds which are produced by endocrine glands in the body and are released directly into the blood stream. And hormones, they have several functions in the body. They help to maintain balance of the biological activities in the body. So plant hormones are also called growth hormones, because in plants hormones are used to for their growth. And when fruits are there, fruits, the formation of fruits, the means all the activities which are related to the growth of the plants, they are controlled by hormones, and they are called, that's why they are called growth hormones in plants. So, all hormones are generally protein, but not all of them, but most of them are of proteins. Now, class, and one of the most important example we have studied insulin. You know, insulin is a protein, and how many amino acids are there in protein? In insulin, I have told, yes, 51 amino acids. That is also important. So hormones, they are either steroids or non-steroids. Steroids hormones are first adrenal cortical hormones, sex hormones. So sex hormones are of male sex hormones and female sex hormones. Non-steroids are like thyroidal hormones. Thyroid, you know what is thyroid, I think. And peptide hormones and miscellaneous hormones. There are other types, but main are thyroidal. Non-steroid hormones are thyroidal and peptide hormones. Now, sex hormones, already I told you, male sex hormones are first androgens and testosterone. So, if we talk in terms of chemistry, we should have the only examples we know. We should know the examples. Like, what are male sex hormones? Give examples of sex hormones. Male sex hormones, they are androgens and testosterones. Testosterones. In female sex hormones, they are estrogens and progesterone. So you should remember the examples. That examples of male sex hormones, androgens and testosterones, and female sex hormones, estrogens and progesterone. Now, sex hormones and the organs. So androgens, they are secreted by testes, and their function is they control the development and normal functions of male sex organs. So androgens, they are secreted by testes and they control the development and normal functioning of male sex organs. Estrogen, so that I told you, this is female sex hormones and it is secreted in ovary. So they control the development and normal functioning of female sex organs. Then estrogens, they are corpus luteum and their functioning is they control the development and maintenance of pregnancy. But we should remember only this one, estrogen. Now peptide hormones, first one, next is adrenal corticoids, and organs which secrete it is adrenal cortex, and its functioning is it controls the balance of water and minerals in the body, and they regulate the metabolism of the fats. Yes, estrogen. So it is male sex hormone, female sex hormone, or plant growth. It is male sex hormone, beta. Androgens and testosterone, they both are male sex hormones, and estrogen and progesterone, they are female sex hormones. Okay. Now second part is testosterone. So testosterone, it is a principal male sex hormone. It is produced by testes, and this is responsible for the development of male secondary sexual characteristics such as deep voice, facial hair, sturdy physical nature. This is the structure of testosterone. See this is alpha beta unsaturated ketone, and alcoholic group is there. And this synthetic testosterone is used to promote tissue and muscle growth. Estradiol, it is again main female sex hormone, and it is responsible for the development of secondary female sex characteristics like breast development, shrill voice, long hair, and this also takes part in the control of menstrual cycle. So estradiol control the menstrual cycle. They are responsible for the development of secondary female sex characteristics. See, these hormones are released only when the changes in the male or female takes place. Otherwise, in the kids, you can't, sometimes we cannot recognize that this is a male kid or a female kid, right? But when we grown up, we see the changes, and this is because of all hormones. Estradiol, see, this is phenolic group. See, in both the cases, see, there are three 6-member rings and one 5-member ring. It can be asked in some exams, okay? Because I saw the ICER and NEST exam, they are asking questions sometime out of syllabus. So this is one of the questions, that in testosterone as well as in estradiol, in both the cases, you can say there are 3 6-member rings and one 5-member ring. Progesterone, it is used for preparing the uterus for the implantation of the fertilized egg, and these are also useful as birth control agents. So this is again, there are again 3 6-member rings and one 5-member ring. Only instead of OH there is COCH3. Rest part is same. If you see the structure of testosterone and progesterone, you can see alpha beta unsaturated ketone in both the cases, and instead of this part COCH3, instead of COCH3 in testosterone there is OH. Now corticosteroids, they are of 2 types, mineralocorticoids and glucocorticoids. Mineralocorticoids, as the name suggests, minerals. These are produced by different cells in the adrenal cortex, and these are useful for water salt balance in the body. You know, salt, that is mineral. So these are useful for water salt balance in the body. And these control the NaCl content of the blood, and these cause the excretion of potassium in urine. Glucocorticoids, these are again made by adrenal cortex, and these are useful to modify certain metabolic reactions, and these have anti-inflammatory effect. So hormone responsible for the development of secondary female sex characteristics is okay, good. And the hormone responsible for the development of male secondary characteristics. Yes, yes, testosterone. Now, last part is non-steroid hormones. So, peptide hormones, amino acid derivatives hormones, they are non-steroid hormones, and the most important amongst these is insulin, and it has a great influence on carbohydrate metabolism, and it is responsible for the entry of glucose and other sugars into the living cells, and this helps in the decrease of glucose in the blood, and therefore it is also commonly known as hypoglycemic factor. But only we have to remember this part, that it is responsible, this helps in the decrease of glucose in the blood, and it also responsible for the entry of glucose and other sugars into the living cells. Wait, okay, so tell me, hormones are produced by endocrine glands, and they are directly passed into bloodstream, right? And second thing, in male sex hormones, so name two male sex hormones: androgen and testosterone, right? And female sex hormones: estrogen, progesterone. Okay. And this insulin is non-steroid hormone. I think I have to restart the. Actually, it was not working. Wait. Okay. Okay, so next part is it promotes, okay, sorry, estradiol we have done. Okay, we are here na. Yes, so non-steroid hormones, it promotes anabolic processes and inhibits the catabolic processes. So what do you mean by anabolic processes? Actually, anabolic processes means which convert, leads to the formation of complex molecules from the simple molecules. That is called anabolic process, like protein synthesis, or like repairing of a fractured bone, or formation of muscles. So that is called anabolic processes, and it requires energy. And inhibits catabolic process. Catabolic process means like digestion of food. So because in digestion of food, complex molecules are converted into simple molecules, and it leads to release of energy. So these non-steroid hormones, they promote anabolic processes, but at the same time they inhibit the catabolic processes. So actually we have to maintain the balance between anabolic and catabolic processes. Only then the person is in good condition. So its deficiency in a human being causes diabetes mellitus. Insulin isolated from islet tissue of pancreas or from islets of Langerhans was the first hormone identified as protein. And Sanger was awarded Nobel Prize in 1958 for determining the structure of insulin, but it is of no use for us. Third and fourth part. We should keep in mind that its deficiency, non-steroid hormones deficiency in human being causes diabetes mellitus, means insulin deficiency. And what is insulin? It is a dipeptide. It consists of two peptide chains, and these two chains bound by 3 sulfur-sulfur bonds. One chain contains 21 amino acids and other one contains 30 amino acids. So 21 amino acid chain is called A chain, and other chain that contains 30 amino acids, that is called B chain, and there are sulfur bridges which connect these two chains through cysteine amino acids in the two chains. That is of no use for us. Okay, amino acid derivatives, these are thyroidal hormones. Example, these affect the general metabolism regardless of the specific activities. So thyroid gland is also known as pace setter of the endocrine systems. Hormones, on the basis of the site of their activity, they are divided into two categories. The first category affects the properties of the plasma membrane, and all peptide hormones, they belong to this category only. So insulin and the hormones of pituitary glands, hormones of other category are taken into cell, and carried to the cell nucleus, and these influence the gene expression. That is also not of our means as per our syllabus, it is not required. So non-steroid hormones is, which one is non-steroid hormone out of this? Yes. Deficiency of insulin in human beings cause diabetes, right? I think that's all about this topic. Means it is more than, yes, yes, it is a completely biology side. I am also from mathematics side. So it is difficult for me to justify the topic. But anyhow, I have tried my best to deal with the topic. You should keep in mind the main points from hormone side, because earlier this part was deleted from the syllabus. Again it is included because hormones, knowledge of hormones is important for everyone. That's why I think CBSE considers this topic to be included in the in NCRT syllabus. But there is no question from hormones so far in the ICER or NEST. But maybe sometime, yes. So anyhow, we have completed biomolecules, but main important part of biomolecule is carbohydrates and some but proteins and nucleic acids as well. But carbohydrate is very important because there are so many questions from carbohydrates. So that part is very important. So if there is any problem in that part, carbohydrate part, let me know. Okay. So I will prepare a test of biomolecules, and you will attempt it on Monday or Tuesday. Okay. Okay then. Bye. Okay. When is your exam? 25th May. Okay. I will try. Actually, there is it's a matter of only 3 4 days. Actually, on 27th, there is a 12th. Yes, yes, class 12th board. After that, I am free, so I will definitely try to increase. Okay. Actually, it is the case for all the students are facing same problem. So anyhow, uh, I will try to increase the frequency. Okay. You say otherwise aldehyde ketones and carboxylic acid. Okay then. Okay. Bye beta. Good night. Yes. Yes, beta. So you want to have class of J advanced?